All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are at our favorite track, Muncie Dragway, for the first time this season. You see hybrid behind me. I know it's been absent from the channel for a while. We've been working on the S10 and now the Mustang, but we're back with the 240. So today's episode, we're gonna test this dude out, see where we picked up from last year. We've got the 860 tune in it that we ended the year with, but we made some modifications. I don't know if you guys saw, we put those new Brodix heads on it, changed our buttons around, do our little fun things. So now it's time to test. So let's get out to that track, see what she can do. And a quick thank you to our sponsor partners, helping us bring great content to you. All right, we're heading up to the lanes for our first test pass. Like I said, we've got the 860 tune left in it. I don't know if the track will hold, we'll just have to find out. But see what it'll do. Let this thing warm up a little bit. First time out back at the track, I'm excited, I can't wait. Yeah, so let's see what she does. We gave it a shot. Track didn't seem like it was gonna hold. Line lock didn't seem like it was gonna hold. And the bump didn't work either. So we've got some adjustments to do. Get back to the track. It was like a 159 60 foot, and then it started chattering the tire, so I just got out of it. So we'll look at everything, make sure it's happy, and try again. All right, we're gonna go up for our second pass. We tested the bump, the line lock. I think the brakes need bled a little bit more for the line lock to work better, so hopefully we can make that work. And we went ahead and lowered the launch RPM, took boost out of it, really just neutered the car. We kind of have a scale on our team of what we think the track prep is, and it's probably one of the lowest. They did grind the track, so it's fresh, it's green. We're just trying to make it work, so let's get up there and test number 2. Amateur hour out here today. I didn't get a slip. My chute came out in the burnout, so we're good. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys just heard me say the chute popped in the burnout. I didn't think switching these buttons was gonna make that big of a deal, but clearly it did. So try again. Golly, we look like a bunch of fools. This is why you go test, guys. This is why you go test. Because all these dumb little things happen. And if you don't take care of them now, you'll be doing this during an event and kicking yourself in the butt. So, we'll fix it. All right, Jody said it was, the chute just popped out. So, Wasn't anything in the tune. Amateur hour. All right, so we got back to the pits and realized that the handle wasn't open, so the chute didn't deploy off the button like I thought. We had bad tire shake the first test pass, and it must have rattled the cable pretty close, so when I did the burnout and kind of hopped through the end of the burnout, it shook the chute loose.
Hold up. All right, after I get done making a pass, I always do a few things. Get my gear off, check the CO2 bottle, close it, and then the other thing I always make sure to do, boom, return the chute handle. And I didn't catch it.
So we got it back in there, double checked it, should be fine. We'll just make sure that we check that every pass, every time in the pits before we go make our hit. So we just put the chute back in and got right back in line. So I guess test pass number 3. I feel a little better that it wasn't something goofy in the tune that did it, because at first that's what I thought.
Wrong-o.
But hey, you know, that happens. So we'll figure it out, and hopefully we can get it to go down. The track should only get better, and we're leaving on like nothing. So we'll see how it works. Test 3.
Did you catch it? Yep. We didn't solve the problem. Parachute opened again.
I can smell the failure.
But what the problem is, it's ridiculous. Frustrating. Just wanted to make a pass. Alright. I gotta figure out what's wrong. We'll download it. That'll make things easier. Alright, so here's the issue. Chute deploy is an output based on when the trans brake is disabled, and then we have speed and the button. So the button sees above 9 volts, essentially the button is pushed, no trans brake, and this was set up on drive shaft speed above 80 mile an hour. So in the burnout, the drive shaft is obviously seeing a very high speed, and it was popping the chute. So I changed that from drive shaft to speed, which is my front wheel speed sensor, which in no way should be above 80 during the burnout. So we should be good. We'll load this up and see what happens. Well, we made a pass down this track. It was really close to holding on the starting line, but just didn't work. So I still ran it out, sort of ish. But I wanted to get some data on the shifter and everything, make sure everything else was still working. So won't be a good pass, but at least we made it down the track for once. Popped the chute where it should have been, you know, all this and that. I'm just getting used to stuff again. It's been a long winter. So let's see what we got. Thank you. Yeah. 912 at 155. I think I let out a couple times, so that's low boost. That's promising. So, yeah, 145 on the 60. The bump worked, line lock worked. Yeah, we're making progress. Still a lot to be done though. We don't look as silly now, but still more to be had. So we'll get it over here cooled off, see what we can do. Yeah, so we'll look at the data log. It started chattering the tire. I tried to drive through it, but I didn't want to risk breaking anything, so lifted a few times. But hey, we finally got down the track once, so we'll take it. Good start. All right, guys, we made 4 passes today, a little testing. I don't necessarily know if we saw the ETs that we wanted, but we figured out some gremlins, a couple things we need to do. We're gonna go ahead and probably upgrade our front brakes, so we'll see that coming in a future video. Bleed the brakes when we do that. And then, what else, Jody? We figured out a couple issues in the tune. Unfortunately, the track just wasn't there today. With the regrind, we just didn't have enough rubber down on a radial tire. We got, you know, a 140, 60 foot with the car neutered. We're not out here trying to no prep we want to go fast. So we're gonna call it a day and get her loaded up, fix a few things, and then we'll come back out here and try again.
I wasn't happy with this, so we had to get out and test one more time.
We are at Lucas Oil Raceway here in Indy, our other big track local to me. As you can see, they've got the big new tower started up, looking pretty sweet. If you're not familiar with Lucas Oil Raceway, this is where they hold the US Nationals. So big track, big facility. We've already got the car out of the trailer and I'm already teched in. So next thing I need to do is go ahead and get the tune set up, get my gear sorted, and go get in line. All right, well, good clean first pass, left good. I looked down, I think it was making like 3 pounds of boost, a little more than I was expecting. But let's go check the slip and see what it is. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Holy crap. All right, so a 132 60 foot, and then it went 823 out the back door. All right, that's too much for 850 life. Wow. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. All right, well, we'll get back to the trailer, but yeah, so a 132, a 532 at 135, and an 823 at 168. So I'd say the car's pretty happy with those heads, that beautiful turbo from Force Performance, and we'll look the data over and go from there. But seems pretty happy. Wow. Wow. Silly. Whoops.
Like it was a good pass?
Holy shit. Oh, sorry.
That's alright. That's what I said.
I told Johnny
So
before
did
I
I
left,
see
I
that
said, should be like an 880, 870.
Yeah, no, you missed that.
I would guess. Hey, let's turn it up and go like 760. Back in the lanes. I'm also testing, but so is Skylar. You guys have seen him on the channel before. Coyote, Whipple, stick shift, Fox body. We race a lot together. Clean car, super clean. He likes to keep it clean. Oh yeah. So, anyhow, we're test 2. We added a little bit of boost and ready to go. Try to put some more air in it. I kind of lifted. I don't know. I got nervous. So we'll see what it is. I don't expect anything crazy, but it was moving, that's for sure. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so 8/149, which makes sense because, like I said, I lifted. Tires just felt they were just kind of rolling over themselves, real bad vibration. So a little bit better on the light there, but a 128 60 foot, so that makes sense. We hit it a little harder out the hole, but it just felt a little unsteady going down the track. So we may put a little more air in them. We'll take a look at the log and decide. I mean, this is a good start for the season. Like I said, I lifted, so we'll look at the log. We'll see how long I lift. It probably would have went 170 would be my guess, but it's all good. Still happy with it. All right, so we're gonna call it tonight with the 2 passes. We ended that one with again an 8/14.9, so an 8/149 at 167. Looked at the data log, had a pretty big 1 second lift at about 6.5 seconds in. So, you know, honestly, that pass was probably knocking on the doors of a 7, but it's not on a slip, so we won't count it. But anyhow, car's happy. I'm good with it. Had a lot of tire shaking that one, so we're gonna adjust the suspension the next time. But all in all, pretty happy with it. Our next event is coming up in like 2 or 3 weeks. Just wanted to get that baseline in, be happy with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You've seen a little bit of our struggle, a little bit of our success over 2 test sessions. This is why I test. I always test, because we want to go into our big event in a few weeks prepared and ready to go. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on